Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to some Destiny 2 news. Now, in case you haven't noticed, I've been a little bit inactive from Destiny 2. Well, pretty much for the last, I don't know how long, maybe a week or two. Probably because of a little bit of dry content, and B, been doing a little bit of grinding for Assassin's Creed Origins than once DLC. So that's the reason why I'm a little bit inactive as of late. And I haven't been doing the last two weekly update videos as of late because they're really all not that important. But I will catch you up as of right now before we get to the development roadmap update. Now, as you already know, New Monarchy successfully defended their championship and won the, I think it's the first or second faction rally. I can't remember which one it is, but I'll just go with the fans and agree with them and say it's the first faction rally for Season 2. So congratulations to New Monarchy. They are successfully defending the championship. Will there be another one? Well, I'm pretty sure there will be another one down the road. And again, I'll explain the development roadmap shortly. Of course, Iron Banner Season 2 is out. The first one for Season 2, of course. I will do a video for that and show you how Season 2 Iron Banner works. So that'll be on a future video for sure. And we had update 1.1.2 out. And of course, there's a lot of information which regards to legendary raid mods, which are out, of course. As far as the engrams go for Eververse, they have reduced the level cap a little bit from 160k, which is to level up, all the way down to 120,000 XP to level up for an engram. And again, I'll post the link for that in the description box below. There's also some information for Iron Banner, the Sweeper Bomb, which now has some armor and weapons, but there are some requirements for that. Again, I'll just post everything in the description box below. But this is not that important. This is not important. If tomorrow's TWAB is important, I'll do the first one for February if it really becomes important. But this is important, ladies and gentlemen, as I'm now starting to move the arrow. The Destiny 2 development roadmap. This is very, very important. So according to game director Christopher Barrett, he tweeted out the following. Or in other words, read the following here. A few weeks ago, we published a development update, which I'm pretty sure was back on January 11, with some details about our plans for Destiny 2. And with the first of those downloads out the door, we're following up on the conversation with a clearer outlook on when more features and content will arrive in the game. Now, it contains a series of updates that are scheduled to land in the weeks and months to come. And of course, everything you'll find below will be delivered to every player of Destiny 2. Now, some of these delivery dates may change, but everything you see listed here is being worked on by the team. And of course, larger projects in development, which, by the way, could be larger expansions. Who knows? These are the game enhancements you'll find in your immediate future. Now, if any of these deployments change, we'll eventually let you know. And of course, beginning tomorrow and in the coming weeks, we'll dive into the details on the features outlined above, which will include screenshots or developer commentary. And if this changes, we'll share out a new version of it, with some new dates and expectations. And of course, you'll have some questions about everything you just read, and I look forward to answering them. Okay, now, I'm not too sure if I can zoom in on this a little bit. Let's see. Well, I think that's the closest we can do. Okay, now before we get to the content roadmap, before we get started on that, letting you folks know, in case you guys already know, Crimson Days is returning to Destiny 2. It's returning February 13th. I think it's going to be like a 1-week event. So that's basically what's going to happen. Now, actually, I'm going to explain a little bit of 1.1.2 right now. Actually, let me make sure my PVR is recorded. Okay. All right, we're good. Okay, so for update 1.1.2, it's already deployed. Now, there's Masterwork Armor. We have raid reward improvements. Now, like I said, I'll post the link for that in the description box below, but I'll explain a little bit of the raid reward improvements. They've added in some raid mods, and I'm pretty sure there's elite YouTubers that already have the information uploaded, so definitely check that out. They have double the loot drops, which means you'll get normal and prestige drops if you do it on prestige mode only. Okay? If you do it on normal though, you'll still get the normal drops. But if you do it on prestige, it's both prestige and normal drops that you get. So there you go. Not too sure what other improvements there are for the raid rewards, but again, the link will be in the description box below. There's a buff for the Prometheus lens, a flashpoint milestone fix, lost and found notifications. I have no idea about that. Exotics will now be in heroic strikes. There's Mercury challenges now on adventures. They are fixing the clan anagrams from Nightfall, especially the ones for Curse of Osiris. Challenges in quick play. Now, I'm not too sure about that. Dismantle the timer for Masterwork cores. And there's an Ikora waypoint fix. Okay, so I think I know about this one here for the waypoint fix. You realize when the Ikora waypoint in the tower, and correct me if I'm wrong here, I think that's the one that's doing a little bit of a flashing here, thinking she might have something for us here. I think they've definitely fixed that, so definitely check it out in-game for sure. Now, we're going to have a couple of updates on the way, and a big one coming up in Season 3. I'll explain that shortly. Now, continuing on with Season 2, we have update 1.1.3 coming out, which will focus more on strikes and social. That's coming out February 27. Of course, there's no leap year. I just had to throw that in. We have Nightfall scoring and high score tracking. There's going to be emblem and aura reworks. Fire team members on destination maps. The PC public text chat. And of course, in parentheses, there's an opt-in option. Exotic repetition, I don't think I pronounced that right, reduction. We have a companion mod and shader interactions on the way. Companion vendor viewing. And there is a Nightfall Strike unique rewards. Now, just so you know, at the bottom, and this is written in yellow star sentences here, these features are stretch goals that have a chance to slip to a later release. Okay? So that's what's coming up February 27th. Now, on March 27th, 1 month later, we have our final update of Season 2, which will be update 1.1.4, which will focus more on Sandbox and Crucible. So they're going to be focusing on the weapon and ability sandbox changes, the Heroic Strike modifiers. Now, actually, that's PvE, not PvP, so they screwed that one a little bit there. Iron Banner 6v6. Oh, that's actually going to be huge. Now, I noticed there's a lot of people that are saying we want to see 6v6 in Iron Banner. Looks like we're definitely going to see it. I'm a fan of both, but I'm really not a fan of PvP much because I really get my butt whipped completely. So I'm just going to focus more on PvE for sure because I'm a campaign guy. We have a weekly Crucible playlist, which will include Mayhem as well. Crucible ammo and gameplay tuning. Now this one's a little bit interesting. Nightfall challenge cards. I have never heard of this before. We'll just have to find out on March 27th of what that's going to be. Crucible quitter penalties. Thankfully enough, it's going to be coming into play. Repeat Crucible map and strike protection. And this is another one in the yellow star sentences here. Exotic weapon and armor sandbox changes. Okay. And now this is where the big one comes into play. This is where it's going to be coming into play. By the way, because of Season 2 extending past March, there was a leak. There was a leak, a second DLC leak regarding Gods of Mars DLC. And the rumor was it was going to come out March of 2018. It looks as though it's not coming out in March 2018, as we now know. Because, I'll tell you why. Season 2 is going to be going past March. But as you look at Season 3 happening in May, and the first update of Season 3 coming out, which is 1.2.0, it looks as though the second expansion is more likely coming out in May 2018. So it's basically going to be like the same thing when the second expansion for Destiny 1, which is called House of Wolves, came out in in May of 2015, I believe it is. That was still in year 1. So it looks like we're pretty much into the same pattern as what happened in Destiny 1. So it looks as though the second DLC expansion, which is rumored to be Gods of Mars, not official yet, but it looks like it's bound to be, looks like it's going to be out in May, along with the first update for Season 3, which is 1.2.0, which will focus on the new season of content. So, it looks as though the Eater Worlds Prestige mode will be out for sure, along with new seasonal Crucible rankings, private matches. I know there's a lot of fans saying we want private matches. It's coming. It's coming, folks. They're increasing the vault space. A lot of fans have been asking about that. Multi-emotes. Now, I'm pretty sure we've been seeing this before. Sorry about that. So, there's going to be like a multi-emote wheel. So, definitely looking forward to that. Exotic Masterworks. So, pretty sure exotic weapons and armor will more likely become a masterwork. So, that's going to be fantastic there. Seasonal vendor progression. I'll explain that one shortly about that one. Faction rally improvements. And this one's in the yellow as well. The mods system improvements. Okay, and going back to the seasonal vendor progression, I really, really hope it's all because of the leveling system. There was an image, I think it was a long time ago, that might have been sometime in the fall, but thank you to More Console for providing the image there. Check out his channel, he's amazing at that. I think there was an image, every time you level up, you'll get like new rewards or such, like level 5, you get like an engram or something like that. Level 15, you get a emote or weapon or whatever it is. But I know this one for sure. Level 20 or 25 or whatever level it is, you get like an exotic quest line or something like that. But I really hope that happens. That should be an amazing addition to the game. That's for sure. So there you have it, folks. That's the development roadmap here. And it all starts right now, leading all the way up to Season 3, which will start in May. I cannot wait for that to happen. And the second expansion, which more than likely will be coming out in May. So that's going to do it. And again, like I said, I'll post a link for update 1.1.2 in the description box below. That's it, folks. Thanks again for watching us. Now, if you enjoyed this content so far, leave the subscribe button as we are hitting our road to 600 subs. I think we're at 540 right now, doing very, very good. Leave a like and a comment in the video section too, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, folks. Take care.